The astronautic exploration ship Aegis was gliding through the deep reaches of the Y-45 galaxy, a place once marked by great wars. Captain Amira Kovan had fought for years to reach this point. The dim light of the stars shone through the ship's windows, and the crew was working non-stop. Amira had once been one of the brightest commanders in the Earth Federation, but she decided to carve her own path. Now, with her own crew, she worked independently of the Federation, exploring the darkest corners of the universe. The Federation's slow and bureaucratic ways couldn't hold back a bold spirit like hers. The main power reactors are stable, Captain. The signal is still in the same location, but it's becoming clearer, said Dr. Leon Gardner, the ship's science officer. Hologram maps floated around him, filled with constantly changing data streams. The 0 point, Amira muttered. Have we really come this far? Leon nodded, his eyes gleaming. This might not just be a myth. It signals the end of cosmic cycles, a power that could change the balance of the entire universe. However, not everyone was excited about the outcome of this journey. Another crew member, Jax Tyrion, was sitting at the system station, watching the screen and grumbling. If this 0 point thing were real, someone would have found it by now. I think you're just dragging us to our deaths, Captain. Amira gave him a sharp look. If you're scared, we can drop you off at the next trade station, Jax. But only the brave will stay on this ship. Jax sighed, but didn't argue any further. Even his curiosity about this mysterious point was stronger than his fear. After days of travel, the Aegis finally reached the source of the signal. They were now orbiting a planet that once hosted a great civilization. But the planet was completely ruined. Its surface, covered in ashes and wreckage, hinted at an advanced life form that had once thrived there. We're in orbit, Leon said, but we need to be careful. There are active energy signatures in this area. Someone might still be here. Amira stared out the ship's window. Prepare an exploration team. We're going down to the surface. In less than an hour, a team of 4 had landed on the planet's surface. The team included Amira, Leon, Jax, and the combat expert, Nova Saren. Nova, unlike the others, had a military background and was always on alert for danger. Something isn't right here, Nova said, looking up at a massive structure that loomed over the planet. These ruins. I've never seen technology like this before. Amira stepped forward and touched the structure's walls. Beneath the metallic surface, she could feel a faint vibration. This isn't just a building. This could be a door. The 0 point must be through here. Leon quickly started up his data collection tools. There's some kind of energy source building up here. A gateway. But to where? Just then, a vibration from the planet's surface caught them off guard. The team quickly got into position, drawing their weapons, but they couldn't even see what they were up against. Suddenly, a bright flash of light lit up the surface. Then, a giant ship descended from the sky. The team backed away in shock, because this ship belonged to a race once thought to be only a myth. The Cerebans. The Cerebans were one of the oldest and most advanced civilizations in the universe. However, it was believed that they had disappeared millions of years ago. Now, this lost civilization had reappeared, ready to fight for the 0 point. When the Cereban ship opened, the figures that stepped out looked human-like, but there was an untold wisdom and coldness in their eyes. These beings existed beyond time and space. Their leader, Archon Tellar, dressed in armor, walked toward the team. The thing you are looking for is here, human, Tellar said, his voice deep and echoing. But it doesn't belong to you alone. The balance of the cosmos depends on this 0 point. Amira slowly lowered her sword. So, is the 0 point the end of the universe? Tellar shook his head. No. The 0 point is the beginning of everything. Here, all reality will be born again. But this power cannot belong to just one civilization. Leon stepped in, but this power, in the wrong hands, could destroy the universe. Tellar calmly turned his gaze to Leon. Wrong hands. All hands are equal. This is why you must face every being that seeks to access this power. Amira took a deep breath. The opportunity before them didn't just shape their destiny. it would shape the fate of the entire cosmos. But if the Cerebans had come for the 0 point, others wouldn't be far behind. "What do we do, Captain?" Nova asked, her eyes shining with anticipation of battle. Amira stayed silent for a moment. She had spent years searching for the 0 point, but now she understood that this power couldn't belong to just one person or race. This was the balance of the cosmos. "We'll take what's ours," Amira said, her eyes full of determination. "But we'll have to fight for it." The Cerebans' open challenge forced the Aegis crew to make a choice. The 0 point could only be taken by force, but Amira knew this battle wasn't just physical. It was also a mental and spiritual struggle. The 0 point wasn't just about matter and energy. It was the source of a power that could bend reality and cross dimensions. Leon nervously shut off his data collection tools and turned to the crew. "The more data we collect on the 0 point, the more I understand what we're up against. This isn't just a gateway. This is a mechanism that could rewrite the universe itself." Nova frowned. "So, who's going to control this mechanism? The Cerebans or us?" "No one should control it." Leon interrupted. "This power cannot be regulated. If we upset the balance of the universe, we'll plunge everything, not just us, into chaos." Amira took a deep breath. All these thoughts were weighing even heavier on her decisions as a leader. But she had to make a choice. If she retreated, the power of the 0 point might fall into someone else's hands, someone possibly more dangerous. "We have to win this battle," Amira said, her voice firm and steady. "But we will decide how this power is used." Suddenly, the ship shook violently. Another ship was approaching the surface. But this time, the energy signals they detected were very different from the Cerebans. Even from afar, the ship's shape was strange and supernatural. Catalians. The Catalians were energy beings, detached from the natural order of the universe and without consciousness. They existed beyond living forms, completely made of energy, controlling even the basic building blocks of matter. Even the Cerebans hesitated when faced with them. "Catalians?" Nova asked, her eyes wide with fear. "How did they get here?" Amira was deep in thought, watching closely. This raised the stakes even higher. Now, not only the Cerebans, but also one of the universe's oldest forces, the Catalians, had joined the battle. "The power of the 0 point is affecting the entire universe," Leon responded. "Such a massive energy center is drawing the attention of not just matter, but energy as well. They are aware of it, and have come." As the Cerebans and Catalians slowly moved toward each other, the energy waves between them were making the ship's sensors go haywire. The distant vibrations signaled that these two enormous forces were about to clash. "Raise the shields," Amira ordered. "The battle is coming." The ship's defense systems kicked in, and every crew member took their battle positions. But this wasn't going to be an ordinary space fight. This was a clash that would shake the foundations of existence. The energy clash between the Cereban ship and the Catalian entities had turned the dark emptiness of space into a battleground. The energy blasts they sent at each other echoed through the void, shaking the area where the Aegis was located. Nova approached the combat console, readying the defense weapons. They might be fighting each other, but we're stuck in the middle of the crossfire. Leon was staring at the sensor screen in panic. The energy waves from the Catalians could damage our ship. We know they aren't material, but this much energy could overwhelm our systems. Amira took a deep breath and focused her gaze on the Cereban ship. Tellar and his crew were clearly ready to do anything to reach the 0 point. But if they won this battle, it was unclear who would control the power. The Catalians were chaotic and uncontrollable. "We can't leave without activating the 0 point," Amira said. "If we get involved in this fight, we might destroy the entire galaxy, not just ourselves." At that moment, the ship's systems started flickering. Leon quickly rushed to the control panel, scanning the data. "What's happening?" Jax asked. Leon's face turned pale. An energy surge. "No, it's the 0 point." Amira hurried over to Leon. "What do you mean?" Leon was staring at the screen in fear. The 0 point is being activated by the pull of the energy clash between the two sides. This is exactly what we were afraid of. No one's controlling the 0 point, but it's coming online. Amira turned her gaze out the ship's windows. The area where the 0 point was located was glowing with a burst of light. But this wasn't just energy. It was bending reality itself. Time and space seemed to be gathering at a single point, only to explode again. Stars, black holes, planets. They were all bending in the pull of this light. We have to make a decision, Nova shouted. If we win this fight, the 0 point could be ours. But what if we lose? Amira sighed deeply. She had seen many battles before, experienced many losses. But this was different. The battle here wouldn't end in simple victory or defeat. What was at stake wasn't just their lives, but the fate of the entire cosmos. We can't let this power fall into anyone's hands, Amira said. But it's too late to destroy it. Leon, still staring at the screen, nodded. Right. If the 0 point fully activates, there won't be a winner. At that moment, the voice of the Cereban leader, Tellar, echoed once again. This time, he was speaking directly to the Aegis crew over the communication frequencies. The 0 point is awakening. Humans, we must make a deal. Amira paused for a moment. A deal. Is this your show of good faith because you haven't attacked us yet? Tellar's voice was cold and determined. If you work with us now, we can decide the fate of the universe together. But this power can only be controlled by our intelligence and your bravery. The Catalians will only bring chaos. Amira looked at her crew. Everyone was holding their breath, waiting for her next move. Could Tellar be telling the truth? If the Cerebans controlled the 0 point, could they really keep the balance of the universe? Or was this just another empire-building scheme? The captain stayed silent for a moment, then answered with resolve. We won't make this decision alone. We must take the 0 point out of everyone's hands. This fight is for all beings in the universe, not just us. Tellar remained silent, but the Cereban ship moved into battle formation. It was a sign. War was now inevitable. The war between the Catalians and the Cerebans had pulled the Aegis and its crew into the middle of an interstellar clash. But the increasing pull of the 0 point was now bending reality, creating chaos between time and space. Leon was doing his best to keep the ship's control systems together, while Amira was faced with her hardest decision yet. With the 0 point activating, the entire universe could spiral into chaos, but destroying it was just as dangerous. It was a matter of moments. Everything will either be destroyed or start anew, Amira said, her eyes fixed on the 0 point at the heart of the battle. And so, 0 point, cosmic fate, moves toward its final, great confrontation, where the decisions of our heroes will not only shape their destiny, but the fate of the entire universe. This dark war will echo beyond time, and might be the only hope to break the endless cycle.